Now we'll talk about some important formulas involving circumference, perimeter, and area. Make sure that you take notes on these. The first shape we'll look at is a rectangle. A rectangle is a quadrilateral it's equiangular, and for a quadrilateral that means all right angles, which means opposite sides are congruent. So in the shape, we get opposite sides being congruent. That means we have two distinct lengths, length W and length L. Okay, once you have this definition down, I'm going to erase the definition of actually, I'll keep that up there, and we'll do our work off to the side. We have length L, we have length W, and we can imagine fitting in square boxes. If we have a row with L many squares, and we have W many of those rows, then the number of squares that fits into our rectangle will be L times W, meaning the area of a rectangle is length times width. The perimeter, we're going to add the sides, but since opposite sides are congruent, we end up having L plus W plus W. Perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. You want to have these two formulas in your notes, and make sure that you do define L as the length of the rectangle and W as a width. The next shape we'll look at is a square. And a square is very similar to a rectangle. In fact, it is a rectangle, but it's a special type of rectangle. It's a rectangle which is a regular polygon. So we have a regular quadrilateral, which means all congruent sides and all congruent angles. Again, we can imagine if we have a row that has S many squares, since a square has all sides congruent, it will have S many of these rows, meaning the number of boxes we have is S times S, or S squared. The area of a square is S squared, where S is the side length. The perimeter is then S plus S plus S plus S, which equals 4S. So make sure that for a square, you have its area, its perimeter, and that in both of these equations, S represents the side length of the square. Next, we have a triangle. If we remember from our naming of polygons, a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. Notice I've already labeled the base and the height in our triangle. The height is the line that drops down from one of the vertexes to the opposite side, to the base side, and creates a right angle. So with any triangle, whatever side you name as the base, go to the opposite vertex and drop a line straight down so it makes a right angle, and that will be your height. This triangle has sides A, B, actually we'll label B down here with the base, B, and C. Then the area of our triangle is 1/2 base times height, and the perimeter is A plus B plus C. We will talk about the area formula in class tomorrow. Think about why it is what it is.